I also have Ambassador Pradeep Kapoor, who's a former diplomat. Purnima Nath is joining us as former Republican leader. I'd like to start the discussion with Ms. Purnima Nath. You're speaking as a former Republican leader. Talk to us about what all is underway in America and how is Trump expected to kickstart the July 4th celebrations.
So much for Thank you so much for having me. Namaste, Jai Hind. First of all, a couple correction. I'm actually a Republican candidate, congressional candidate from Wisconsin. My district is 4, Milwaukee, basically city and the county. So I'm a proud Republican, but not the one that MAGA radical expects me to be. I'm center-right conservative Republican candidate, and I take flack every day. And I have to do a loyalty test whether I am a Republican, whether I'm even an American to begin with. This celebration is a 250th years of our nation, which is a mega milestone. Unfortunately, that has been hijacked by the MAGA. And also, this celebration is nothing but Trump's celebration. I've seen one funny post where they speak about Trump is the one who goes to somebody else's birthday party and steals, and it makes it about himself. And unfortunately, that has been the case. It was supposed to be a reflection of the country, where we are, where we have been, how did this particular country came about, what we have achieved, what the struggles we have gone through, and also welcoming and uniting the nation and how we can move forward. Unfortunately, instead of all these uniting messages, President Trump has all done this. He has divided. He has posted messages about division, hatred, bigotry, and this is not united, and this is not an uniting message. So unfortunately, as a conservative, this is quite a contrasting message from my side as well. I just have posted, just a few hours ago, I posted one article on my website about America at 250, the unfinished republic, what it means to be an American, who actually belongs here, what does it mean by we the people, and do we, somebody like me, Hindu Indian American, even considered as an American at this point of time? This is a very crucial point of our country, because the spearheading top leaders of our Washington D.C. today are speaking about white ethnic country today, which has no place for us, which literally doesn't even go by the constitutional literature. So we are at a very crucial junction at this point of time. I think if we lose this election because of our principles and then just the partisan basis, we are going to lose the country forever. And moving forward is going to be just fascism, and we're going to be persecuted. And that's one of the messages that I feel everybody has to really think through what's coming for our country.
It's very important that you're saying all of that. Ambassador Kapoor, I want to come to you as well. Just recently, Trump had posted this video on social media presenting himself as a doctor, and using some of big stars' faces to say how Trump has saved them. What do you make of such kind of gimmicks by Donald Trump? Sometimes he becomes a doctor, sometimes he becomes an astronaut, different things. He's just projecting himself as a messiah in every which way he can.
No, thank you very much. I am very happy to be on this, discussion. And what you have mentioned is also very important, and what Purnima Nath ji has mentioned earlier before me is also very important. So it's the basic, what is the basic aspect of the entire celebrations is that it is the 250th anniversary celebrations of the United States of America. So what we are doing to sort of put the, all the things in perspective, in the right perspective, are also to highlight the contributions by the Indian American community and the American Hindu community. So we are going to be organizing a very big celebration. But let me tell you, the first big celebration was actually launched as a curtain raiser for the whole world celebrations in the embassy of US in New Delhi before any other event anywhere else, whether in Washington DC or any other place. So when Secretary of State Marco Rubio visited Delhi last month, they had a very big event organized by the ambassador and the US Embassy and the State Department, where they invited about 1,500 people, uh, where including our External Affairs Minister and a lot of other senior dignitaries participated. So that was the first big curtain raiser in the world, which was in India. Now, we are having it in the Dar Constitutional Hall, which is the Daughters of the American Revolution, to show the linkages which India has always had as a respect for women. So it'll be in the Daughters of the American Revolution Hall, which is a big hall, which has a capacity of just less than 4,000, 3,700 something. So we are expecting a big crowd. And when you say Dr. Trump, posing as doctor, the most significant contribution to the field of medicine in the US by any ethnic community today is by whom? By the Indian doctors, which is very widely acknowledged by a large number of senators and congressmen, because about 28% of the physicians in the US are of Indian ethnicity. And many senators personally tell me that they will specifically ask to see only the Indian doctor because there's so much faith and trust in an Indian doctor's expertise and capacities, because he comes from such a rich background of practice in India with treating, thousands of people or hundreds of people every day at the very least, if not thousands. So it becomes much easier for them to advance very fast in the field. Then, so we will be having a lot of Indian physicians who are very prominent in the US in this meeting. We'll also be having a large number of ambassadors from a large number of countries who have already confirmed their participation. We have many senators and congressmen. We have executives from the administration, including from the White House and the NSA and the Capitol and the other agencies of the government, State Department, etc. We also have very senior representatives, also many of them of Indian origin, who are doing phenomenal work in business, in academia. For example, when I go across any university in the US today, I have yet to come across one single university in the whole of the US where I don't meet prominent ethnic, Indian ethnicity professors who are either deans or presidents, not just full professors.
Hmm.
So that is the impact we have had in all the fields similarly, education, technology, the creation of industry. So we want America also to understand
Yeah.
the Indian Americans and the American Hindus are a very significant pillar for the future of the American society, for the administration also to understand that. So the Indian American diaspora will be prominently represented from, they are leaders in all the fields that they work in, whether it's business or industry or media or the academia or the physicians or engineers or the startups, etc. Even in the startup culture in the US, in Silicon Valley, the largest share of startups is by ethnic Indians as compared to any other ethnicity. And I studied at IIT Delhi. We had a big meeting at IIT Delhi yesterday, where I'm in India currently.
Hmm.
And IIT Delhi has the largest number of unicorns in the world. The number two university in the world for the largest number of unicorns is IIT Bombay. Then you have the other universities. So for highlighting these aspects,
Yeah.
so that the Americans understand that even if they are not citizens today, they are the citizens of US of tomorrow. And they are bringing great value, which a large number of senators and congressmen tell me that the Indian community in the US is the most valued community. Why? Because the Indian diaspora there is firstly very high achievers. If you see in the field of education, the ethnic group with the highest levels of educational background are the Indians. The highest taxpayers in the country are the Indians. The highest income earning ethnic group are the Indians for the last 20, 30 years. The highest law abiding community in the US is the Indians. So in every factor, they say that you're contributing so significantly that you're ideal citizens compared to some of the other communities, ethnic communities also, which are taking away much more and giving a lot less to the country.
All
So this
right.
250th celebration by the Indian community on the 25th of July, I want your channel also to let the whole world know that there will be about 4,000 people in all coming, because even if the hall accommodates 3,750, there'll be people coming and going. So we will have a big celebration so that a large number of people realize the contributions being made by that is the purpose, because of the racial hatred which has suddenly increased over the last 2 months and maybe the last year against the ethnic Indians, to let the ordinary Americans know that this is a community which is only adding value and will continue to add. And if you see the spell bee contest or the mathematics contest or the national science talent contest, the maximum representation and all the winners is always the Indian ethnic
Right,
community.
all right. Stay on with me,
Yeah.
Ambassador. I want to take up some more breaking news updates. We get your message, of course.